How's it going, y'all? As you can see, I finally got the posters hung up. Everything, all the posters have come out. I got them all, and so I've got them all up on the wall. Took down the previous stuff I had. It was it's time for that to go, and then it didn't really match anyways. So this gives it a little bit better aesthetic. Maybe it'll look good for the background. The only thing I need to do is I sit in front of two windows, so you can see the blinds in the reflection, so I'll probably have to go get like some blackout curtains or something like that. But I just got back from the new Venom movie, the Venom 2 or Venom Let There Be Carnage, and figured I'd do like a little small spoiler-free review, just kind of pros and cons. I figured I'd start with the cons first. That's always, get the negative stuff out of the way, and then let's talk about the positive. So of course the biggest con, kind of beat up and done to death. It probably should have been rated R. There's a lot of points where Carnage is running around and he's obviously killing people, but you don't see it. Like there was a scene that was released on the PlayStation. It was a PlayStation YouTube channel, just a clip, and he's beating up the cops and breaking out of jail, and he's obviously eating some people, and he'll grab the cop and he'll be about to eat them, and it cuts away and you just assume that he got their head launched off. So I feel like with that, they probably could have done something similar to Deadpool, where they could have made it rated R and then it would have been totally fine. Like I said, that was kind of beat up to death. I feel like a lot of people have talked about that. The other things, so I remember in the first movie, I think I only saw that movie once or twice, but obviously the sound affects the symbiotes, and then even in like Spider-Man 3, that's how they got the symbiote off of Topher Grace's character. I guess it'd still be Eddie Brock, but Topher Grace. Carnage multiple times screams, and it's way louder than like the alarms that go off. So it's kind of weird. Like the screams are supposed to affect them, but they can scream and that doesn't affect them. I was like, I don't get that. Like you're screaming way louder than that alarm that went off a second ago. So that's a minor gripe. He has to, I guess, sound like a monster, but if sound is his weakness, he probably shouldn't be yelling. And then the last con, it was a little too short, which I think other people have kind of said that too. It was like right at 90 minutes. So I think maybe with 10 to 20 minutes, it probably could have been a little bit better. You just had some points where like, it's almost like there's certain parts where there was almost like a montage of things happening. So instead of spending 2 minutes on something, it's like 10 seconds. Like this happens, it's like, oh, well, we got to go to the next thing. So I think if it had been just a little bit more drawn out, it probably would have been okay. I probably would give it, if I had to rate it, maybe a 6 or a 7. I think it was better than the first one. I enjoyed it a lot more. But I think maybe a 6 or 7 is a fair grade for it. So the pros for it, Carnage did look good. Like he always had the spikes coming off of him, and he was using his symbiote to create weapons. I think at one point he like makes a dagger. He's using daggers and knives, and I think that stuff looked really cool. I would say there's probably a 99.99% chance of there being a Venom 3 based on how it ends. So I'm not gonna, like I said, spoil anything that happens, but it definitely sets it up to make another one if this one does good. Also, Eddie Brock seemed more likable in this one than he did in the first one. In the first one, he just kind of seemed a little more awkward and weird. So there's just him as a character I felt was more likable, and then his relationship with Venom I feel like is a little bit more fleshed out. Venom is obviously like trying to eat bad guys, and Eddie's kind of dealing with that like well, we shouldn't just kill everybody, and then so there's a pretty fun dynamic with that, with kind of how they deal with his relationship with Venom. So with that out of the way, I got a package in from our good friend WolfSkullJack, who she did that poster, that's the All Within My Hands, and then that one, the Inner Sandman poster. So she actually had a release that's not related to Metallica at all, but I figured I'd try to pick up some more stuff from her, just because she's been really great. Like anytime I've ever talked to her, she's real responsive and really nice. So I was like, well, if you're gonna have some new stuff come out, maybe support that a little bit. She's also real big on the, I don't know what you'd call that. I guess the wolf rescue. She actually works, I guess, as a volunteer at the Wolf Sanctuary. So, you know, I have a German Shepherd, so I kind of feel like, you know, they're not exactly the same, but they do tie together a little bit. And so, like I said, if you're into that, definitely go check out some of her work and maybe throw some support her way. But what I wanted to get was these prints. So she had a print for, this is the Hermit. Let's take it out of the plastic. Look a little less glary. And these are on pretty heavy, I don't know, I guess it's probably not cardstock because it feels like it's actual, oh, okay. There's a piece of cardboard in between. So that is awesome. So here we go. So yeah, this is the Hermit. I do not know what this represents, but I mean, it looks really cool. So I bought it. And then she had another print on here that was the, I have to look, I should have pulled it up and seen what this one was called. But I really like this design. And I think she had some other prints that were similar in nature to this one, but this is the one that I like the most. It kind of looks like that, a Wolf and Man poster. So I don't know if there's any inspiration or tie between those two, but you know, pretty sweet. And it looks like she sent some little bonuses. So this looks like it's a sticker. So that is pretty sweet. I will have to put that on my toolbox. I have a toolbox full of stickers, and I mean, that's pretty awesome. And then I don't know if I guess this might be a double-sided card, but you've got a cute goat. Is this a goat? Looks like a goat behind the moon with some pink on it. So that is pretty awesome. And then on the other side, she got a little note on here and it just says, thank you, WolfSkullJack. I believe it looks like it's a 2020. So, but this almost looks similar to like a playing card. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. And then this one as well. This is really cool. This is a single-sided print. And I'll post some more pictures of these, but yeah, these are awesome. So I didn't even actually order these. So the fact that she was gracious enough to send some bonus materials, that's awesome. So like I said, I'll put a link to her, and then man, that you know, not getting bent, that is amazing. That's great. Like, that's great packing and just great forethought, because I mean, this came from the UK, so just making that travel, I'm sure, was not easy. I've had some problems with that. And then a final sticker. This one looks pretty sweet as well. So both of these will definitely be going on the old tool chest. And then the main thing I got, she had a release of some shirts, and I missed it the first time. I missed the order, and I think I guess had there was a lot of people that were clamoring and asking if she was going to remake these or reprint them, and she did. So I jumped on that as soon as I could, and that's why I got those prints as well. I was like, well, if I'm going to buy the shirt, I might as well buy a couple other things. But let's see if we can get this in the shot. There we go. So I think it's just called T Demon, and I mean, that's great art. She definitely got a great aesthetic. So like I said, go and support her. Support, she's not a local artist, but support artists. These they do some great work. So I've got Hetfield posed with the shirt. Roll over a little bit, bud, so we can see it. So there we go. It fits like a glove. He doesn't like wearing it though. So I'll probably take this off, and maybe I'll just wear it just for myself.